What's going on, Wired fam? Welcome back to another episode of Wired for Crappie. So today, on episode number 7, we have got a really cool treat in store for you guys. So I get asked a question all the time, and as you can see right back here behind me, we have all kinds of different color baits, right? There's just an endless amount of baits out there, colors of baits. Not necessarily profiles, we're just talking color at the moment. So let's talk a little bit about how I choose color. And I'm just gonna show you guys, I'm actually gonna show you guys an old clip that kind of portrays how I deem color for crappie, okay? So without giving it away, I'm not giving away too much of it, but we're gonna learn about color and how to choose your color on the lake to best suit the body of water you're fishing and to be more successful when catching crappie. You gotta be casting the right jig, right guys? So let's get into it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with you, and I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, I hope it helps. Smash that subscribe button before you leave. If you learned something, let everybody else know. Give me that subscribe and let everybody else know. Smash that like button. Let them know you like the content. So let's talk color today, guys. We'll be right back with you. All right, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. As always, God bless, and let's get into it. So again, let me tell you a little bit about color, okay? Let me tell you a little bit about jig color. So I'm not a huge believer, guys, in color, okay? I prefer contrast, okay? So with that being said, I want a jig that contrasts my lake conditions, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys a little clip like right here. You guys pay attention and let me know what you think. Put it in the comments, and I appreciate you guys for watching. As you can see, we've got clear water, Tellico Lake. We've got slightly stained Chickamauga, and we've got muddy Fort Loudon. So we got 3 different water clarities here in front of us, and I'm going to talk through bait selection and how I go about choosing those baits for those specific water clarities. The baits that I've got here in front of me, I've got Bonehead stump bugs. That's a moon dust. I've got a nightstick black and chartreuse stump bug, and then I've got an orange and chartreuse stump bug. So we're going to talk through, again, what I look for as far as water clarity and how I go about deciding when I get to the lake what bait I'm going to use, okay? So let's take clear water first, okay? You take a clear bait in clear water, and you can see, obviously, that's very visible. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can actually, when that's submerged in water, you can actually see the hook. It's so translucent that you can see the hook in that bait, okay? Now, take this orange and chartreuse, for instance. Clear water, clear baits, right? If I'm a fish and that falls at me, I think I'm going the other way. That's going to freak me out. That's a lot of bright color, right? So let's put these two side by side in here. And you can see, if you're a fish in clear water and you're used to seeing shad, which one of those resembles a shad? Which one of those is going to look more like natural forage to you, right? So, again, clear water, clear baits, translucent purples, translucent pumpkin and chartreuse is a good color. Monkey milk is a good color. Anything translucent. You know, Bonehead has one. This is the moon dust again, but they have one called Slick that looks a lot like a monkey milk Bobby Garland. So translucent baits for clear water. Now, you take this translucent bait and you put it over here. Look at that. It virtually disappears in that stained water. You put it over here. I know you guys can't see that because I can't see it. So that clear bait in that muddy to stained water, obviously the fish can't see that bait coming through the water. You have to get it right in front of their nose for them to be able to see it. Okay? Let's take blackened chartreuse for instance. Now I will use blackened chartreuse in clear water. Blackened chartreuse is just about as neutral of a color as you can get, and I use it in clear water a lot. And it's a really good bait. It's a good bait for all water clarities. You know, there's a lot of stuff in the lake that's the same color, black or brown, and fish key in on it. You know, you've got snails, slugs, crawfish. You've got all kinds of stuff that's black. So you've got shiners have black on them. You know, shad have black on them. Black's a good color. So there's your blackened chartreuse. Again, you move that over here. See how you can still see the outline. You can still see the profile of that bait in murky water. Okay, that's stained water. Now let's move it over here to the muddy water. Now, as you can see, you can still see the outline of that bait, that black in muddy water. It's contrasting that muddy water, right? So you can still see that black in that muddy water. Now the visibility of that bait is going to be down. You're not going to, fish aren't going to be able to see it as far away, but they will be able to see that bait still in muddy water. Okay? Now let's take this orange. This orange is a great, let's spin our water up here. We've got the sediment falling. Alright, now let's take this orange bait for instance. Again, that's way too bright for a clear water situation, okay? I'm not saying you won't catch fish on it, but I'm saying that does not look natural to a fish in clear water. Unless you have orange shiners that are swimming around somewhere, I would stay away from your bright colors in clear water. But again, in that stained water, you can still see that. You can still see the outline of that bait. You can still make out the color of that bait in stained water. Great stained water bait. But you move that over here to this muddy water, and it virtually, again, disappears. All right, guys, so that's it. Again, contrast. I like contrast, okay? You always need to contrast the water that you're fishing in. So if you're fishing clear water, stick with that clear bait, contrast it, something subtle, okay? If you're fishing in that muddy water, get out there. Go out there in on those deep ranges of this color spectrum, the pinks, the chartreuses, you know, those real bright oranges, and you know, get out there on that kind of outlandish end of the spectrum, and you know, you'll do better in muddy water. So, you know, contrast the water that you're fishing. You will be more successful. You will catch more fish. So as always, guys, again, I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you for all y'all do for the channel, and I hope it helps. Let me know. Come back, leave me a comment. Let me know how you do. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.